The Guardian staff deeply disturbed over AI use during strike. Yeah, and they should be because this proves that they're not needed. Anyone who reads The Guardian, did anyone even notice? Can anyone even tell? Apparently, their writers had a strike. The editors just used AI and nobody noticed. I think that shows how useless these Guardian writers are. The move has unsettled employees because they claimed they were told it would only be deployed following consultation and with readers fully informed. Well, maybe there was also an implication that you would be working to be consulted. They can't really consult you when you're striking. And staff at The Guardian have been left deeply disturbed by Boss's decision to use AI during walkouts over the sale of The Observer. Catherine Viner, the editor of The Guardian, and Anna Bateson, Guardian Media Group's chief executive, have been accused of hypocrisy by journalists who claim the technology was used to help write headlines on 4 days in December. Which 4 days were there? I bet nobody will be able to figure this out. Which 4 days? Actually, I take that back. Maybe the AI will be easy to spot because those are going to be the 4 days when the quality seemed to have improved inexplicably. And the decision was said to have been made as staff protested outside its London offices about a controversial acquisition of the Sunday newspaper by the new startup Tortoise Media. Were they going to interfere with this startup and do some tortoise interference? Is that what they were trying to do? I think they tried, but they failed. There were some very weird headlines during the 4 days. Some of them looked like the sort of thing you would see in a TV drama when they tried to mock up a newspaper front page, said one journalist. Yeah, meanwhile, the readers were probably like, man, when did these guys improve? AI is increasingly being used as a tool to support journalists at many publishing companies, including News Airstrip One, the owner of The Lies. But The Guardian's move has unsettled staff because they claimed they were told it would only be deployed following consultation with readers fully informed. And maybe it also implies that you're actually at work. Don't forget that. A spokesman for the paper said key members of staff belonging to the union have been told about the trial of the new AI features in advance. Oh, that's actually a good point. Like, nobody ever said the specific people who were on strike would be consulted. They could have consulted any of their coworkers. Viner and Bateson set out reassurances that the disruptive technology would be used transparently in a joint statement last year. Gen AI tools are exciting, but are currently unreliable. There's no room for unreliability in our journalism and nor our marketing, creative engineering work. If we wish to include significant elements generated by AI in a piece of work, we only do so with clear evidence of a specific benefit, human oversight, and explicit permission of a senior editor. There we go, senior editor. If a senior editor said it was okay, then it's okay. We'll be open with our readers when we do this. Now, did they do that, though? That might be the only thing they get tripped up on. But the second staffer said that they had flouted this promise as they scrambled to publish the newspaper with just a skeleton staff. Why? All they had to do was talk with the skeleton staff. Hey, do you approve of using AI? Like, well, I kind of want to go home today, so yes, sure, use the AI. They used it to strike break after promising AI would not be using co-station with staff. There were staff there. No one ever said it would be you guys specifically, jackass. And would the readers be happy to know AI was used? Yeah, how cute. Do you think you have readers? On Thursday, staff who are members of the National Union of Journalists voted to withdraw their support for use of AI. We are deeply disturbed to learn that these tools are rolled out specifically to assist working staff during the recent strike, they said. Well, you know what's going to happen next, right? Like, they're just going to shut the whole thing down, fire all of you, start up a new one with AI, and that's the end. Now, with this in mind, the union instructs its members to withdraw cooperation with the development of these tools and refuse to use them if the management rolls them out until we have agreed safeguards for their development, rollout, and use. You're all just going to get gone, The day after the vote was passed, Guardian Media Group announced that Matt Britton, former Google EMEA president, was to join the board. Google has been among the forerunners of the AI revolution, using it to provide overviews of search queries and from websites on its own results page. As Guardian spokesman said, in November last year, management briefed key members of the Guardian Nudge Chapel on 2 entirely optional new Gen AI features to be tried by editorial. One tool suggests alt text to help visually impaired readers understand the content of a photograph or image, while another tool suggests a number of entirely optional headlines on an article written by a journalist. The 2 tools are released to a small group of senior management who tried them on a subset of articles published. These tools are deployed on this limited scale before a wider trial takes place to ensure they were robust and the extensive safeguards and systems are operating correctly. And again, did anyone notice? Could anyone point to those 4 days without looking up when the strike was? I doubt it. I think that's the real reason they're scared. They know the AI is tick their gerbs. If they don't like it, they could just learn to code because this is the future, whether they like it or not.